Hey, how's it going, everybody? If you're here for the first time to my channel, my name is Victor Sanchez. Welcome to my channel. I'm here in the beautiful town, the beautiful beach of Puerto Peñasco in Sonora, Mexico. I'm here on vacation with my wife, my children, and I wanted to share with you guys a little bit of follow-up of the video that I made last week. Last week I launched a video basically talking about the economy of Mexico, what's happening with the peso. And today I want to do a follow-up on that, and so I have some stuff to share with you. In the next video, I want to share with you guys a gentleman named Ricardo Monreal. So who is Ricardo Monreal? For those who don't follow politics in Mexico, Ricardo Monreal currently his position is head of his party, in which the party is Morena. And then he's going to be transferred over to the Senate, and he's going to be the head of his party in the Senate. This guy right here will explain to us a little bit of what's going on with the judicial system, how it's taking place, how it's affecting the dollar. Mostly it talks about what's going to happen to the judicial system. What's happening to the dollar, to the peso, is actually the effects of these things. So Ricardo Monreal, he is a lawyer. He's a senator, and he was also a teacher for 3 years in one of the universities in Mexico, so he's very knowledgeable. He's actually been working on a reform regarding Mexico's judicial system for the last 3 years, and he was part of the people who brought up the first reform last year, or the beginning of the year, that would help reform the judicial system. Sorry for repeating that, but that's essentially what's happening. So I want to show you this video really quick, and then after that we'll discuss. And then there's going to be another video with Claudio Sheinbaum talking about a little bit extra of what we're talking about, so stick around.
Buen sábado, estamos trabajando para elaborar el calendario de actividades de los foros y el contenido por materia de lo que hemos descrito como reforma judicial. Son 16 artículos de la Constitución, desde la elección de ministros, magistrados y jueces de distrito, hasta la eliminación de la pensión vitalicia o el haber de retiro, la disminución de 11 a 9 ministros de la Corte, la existencia de un tribunal de disciplina judicial y de un órgano administrativo del Poder Judicial. Son 16 artículos de la Constitución los que se intentan modificar, y si la mayoría calificada así lo decide, se hará. También en 1994 se presentó una reforma donde prácticamente se suprimió la integración del Poder Judicial. Había 26 ministros de la Corte y se redujo a 11. Fue la reforma de Zedillo. En ese momento no hubo expresiones de inconformidad. Todos los partidos, creo yo, la apoyaron, salvo algunas voces disidentes. Pero ahora se pretenden modificar 16. También estamos revisando el contenido de todas ellas, el procedimiento de elección y los órganos que se encargarían de organizarla, como es el INE, junto con los requisitos de procedibilidad de la misma. Ya en 1857, en la Constitución Liberal, se establecía la posibilidad de elegir al presidente de la Corte y a ministro en una elección universal junto con el presidente de la República. Estuvo vigente cuando Ignacio Comonfort ganó la presidencia. También lo hizo Benito Juárez como presidente de la Corte, que se preveía en la propia Carta Magna que en el caso de ausencia del presidente de la República, lo sustituía el presidente de la Corte, aunque eran juntas electorales, no un voto universal como ahora se pretende, pero será para bien. Deben de estar tranquilos los mexicanos y mexicanas porque es la voz que se expresó en las urnas y nosotros queremos ser congruentes con ello. Vamos a hacer un amplio ejercicio de análisis, de diálogo y de deliberación sobre el contenido de las reformas, donde podrán participar libremente ministros de la Corte, jueces de distrito, magistrados, académicos, universitarios, barras de abogados, litigantes, postulantes o interesados en la materia. Los escucharemos con respeto para poder enriquecer y mejorar las iniciativas, en este caso, los 16 artículos de la Constitución que se pretenden modificar. Buen fin de semana.
Okay, so this gentleman talks about 16 different reforms that they want to put in place as a constitutional change that is driving a lot of the economists and the financial people of the world to go into frenzy with uncertainty. We're going to talk about that just in a few. Some of the key ones that I think we should hone in are the ones that are actually affecting it. Is that they propose that every judicial system or every judge, magistrate, should be elected by the people. This is something that is not done in Mexico, and usually they're elected by a party member or by the cabinet or somebody else other than, it's not even elected by the president. I think some are, but the presidency in the judicial system is elected by somebody else. I'm not entirely 100% sure how that works. However, it's caused special interest within the judicial system and judges. So having them voted in is one of the ways that they're trying to eliminate judges being there that are not really serving the people or the good of the people. The other one is, the other point or key point that he mentioned out of the 16 is reforming their pension plan. Right now, their pension plan basically covers them 100% after they retire. Most judges only have to serve 15 years. It's not like police officers or firefighters, at least in California, that you have to work, I believe, 25 years in order to be fully pensioned. So they can be fully pensioned after 15 years, and they're making a lot of money, somewhere in the $200,000 to $300,000 a year, essentially more than the actual president. So you have the election, the pension reform, the pension reform, and then lastly, they want to reduce the head count from 11 magistrates over to 9. So this is really not new. He mentioned something about in the past, if you guys were able to read or capture that, is that in 1994, Ernesto Cedillo basically eliminated 26 judges and replaced them. Only 2 of the cabinet before it was passed. So it's not new to Mexico. However, there wasn't really reforms. He basically pulled them out, made one reform to reduce it from 26 to 11. 2 of them remained, but still the system of being elected stayed in place. And so that has caused issues over the many, many years. I want to show you guys the next video that Claudia Sheinbaum just released Monday. The other video I just showed you got released over the weekend, and this one that you're going to see right now basically got released Monday.
Más o menos 3%, de 3 a 5% de margen de error. Es alrededor de 1,200 encuestas a nivel nacional. Y obviamente tiene que tener representatividad regional. Adelante. Bueno, aquí están los resultados. Adelante. Entonces, la primera pregunta fue, el presidente Andrés Manuel López Obrador y la presidenta electa Claudia Sheinbaum están proponiendo una reforma al Poder Judicial. Antes de que yo se lo mencionara, soy el encuestador, usted estaba enterado de esto. Entonces, en la encuesta de las Heras, el 51% está enterado, el 49% no. En la de Encol, el 45% estaba enterado, el 54% no. Y en la comisión de encuestas, 48% sí y 51% no estaba enterado. Adelante. Por lo que usted sabe o ha escuchado, ¿qué tanta corrupción existe en el Poder Judicial? Esa es la segunda pregunta. Se decidió entre las encuestadoras, la metodología fue decidida entre ellos. Todos los ministros, magistrados o jueces son corruptos. En la primera el 20% lo considera así, en la segunda el 17% y en la tercera el 15%. La mayoría, 38%, 44% en la siguiente encuesta, en la de ENCOL, y en la comisión de encuestas 40%, pocos 26%, 31% y 34%, y ningún ministro magistrado, tan solo 5% en el de las Heras, en ENCOL 4% y en la comisión de encuestas 2%, y no sabe, no contestó 11, 4 y 9%. En la que sigue, ¿cómo cree usted que deben ser elegidos los ministros de la Suprema Corte? La primera opción, por elección del pueblo de México. La segunda, por la Cámara de Senadores. Y la tercera, no sabe, no contestó. Por elección del pueblo de México, 68%, 75% y 75%. Por la Cámara de Senadores, 25%, 21%, 18%. No sabe, no contestó, 7%, 4%, 7%. Adelante. ¿Y cómo cree usted que deben ser elegidos los magistrados y jueces del Poder Judicial? Por elección del pueblo de México, 68%, 73%, 75%. Por el Poder Judicial de la Federación, 24, 23 y 19. No sabe, no contestó, 8, 4 y 6%.
So one of the things that Ricardo Mundial said they're going to do is basically do a survey. And that's what they did over the weekend. It was a really quick survey. And like all surveys go, you can believe them or not believe them, it's up to you. They're trying to be biased in their opinion. And so they launched a survey throughout the country that would help them to understand what is the understanding of the judicial system and what the people believe about the judicial system that's in place. Claudia mentioned that a lot of people not necessarily were aware that there was an issue with the judicial system because of AMLO or Claudia. But one of the things that they're pretty much all in agreement, or at least in the 60% range, is that they don't believe that they are fair judges. So there is a conception, a misconception, not a misconception, a perception of the people in Mexico that the judges are corrupt. At least 50 to 60% of the people believe that they're corrupt, or there's a perception of corruption. And I can tell you guys that obviously there is a few people that are being corrupt, some judges are really corrupted and some are not. So yes, the good and the bad get swept, but at least from this survey, we know that anywhere from 50 to 60% believe that are corrupt. The other question that they ask is that, do you believe that judges should be elected by the people and not necessarily by the House or by the Senate or any of the governing bodies? And they basically anywhere from 60% and above agreed that the judges should be elected by the people. So the people are basically voicing their opinion of this matter, and the current government right now, which is AMLO and now Claudia Sheinbaum, is trying to correct that. They're trying to listen to the people, and it's not just only listen to people, because sometimes listen to the people can be misguided, but when most of the population in Mexico believes that the judges and magistrates are corrupt, it's because not only they've heard it, but they experimented that in their lives. It's very well known in Mexico that if you have money, you're able to go around. It's almost, I believe that it's almost the same in the United States, on that level of unfairness, but it's even worse. So if you feel that the judges in the United States are somewhat persuaded by the influence that person has, like an actor or someone high level, Hillary Clinton, I'm just kidding, just messing with you guys. Hopefully you guys are not Hillary Clinton fans. Anyhow, if you believe that judges are persuaded by classism or money in the United States, it's worse in Mexico. And being that there's only a smaller portion of rich people in Mexico, the middle class is very small. And that at least I think now it's about 30% of the people live in a state of being poor. You can see how a lot of these people believe that the judges don't bring justice most of the time. We talked about, and the question is, why is this even affecting the economy of Mexico? Why is it that, shouldn't it actually improve it? Well, the other issue with this, because of the level of corruption that exists in the judicial system, is that a lot of the corporate companies, and just for your note, in the United States, the tax corporate rate is about 22%. And in Mexico, it's 30%. It's really high corporate rate. Well, a lot of these corporations aren't paying their fair share. They grab what they call an amparo. I spoke about that last time in the sense of what people do as to protect themselves. And to a point, yes, it's important to have these amparos where people are protected. However, the way it's working or the way it's being used, it's also affecting the economy of Mexico and those people who benefit from this corporate tax. Everywhere in the world needs corporate tax, needs the people's tax in order to improve anything in the nation, infrastructure, name it, schools and stuff like that. So the people who are actually feeling the hit right now, you want to say, is the corporations. So some are really thinking about whether they want to do business in Mexico. The honest people, the corporations that have done their job all the time and paid their taxes, well, they're okay with it, because even though there's a 30% corporate rate, there's a lot of benefit in doing business in Mexico in the ways that you can save in manufacturing and shipping and etc. They're going to be actually making more money than they're actually shipping it to India and stuff like that. But there's a lot of corruption in businesses, and that's affecting Mexico hugely. So there's going to be a time where corporations are going to really kind of rethink whether they want to do business in Mexico, only because they know for sure now that with new judges that essentially are hardy to corrupt, well, they're going to have to pay their taxes. They're going to have to pay their fair share in order for the population to live better. It's not about stealing from the rich and giving to the poor. No, it's the fair share that everybody needs to do. Now, do I think the corporate tax is really high? Yes, I think it should be minimized to encourage more corporations to move to Mexico. I believe that if they did that, they would do better. But first, they have to collect, they have to put the laws in place that will not allow companies to amparo themselves or protect themselves and just not pay their taxes. So that is the reason why these corporations, and why right now the Mexico peso keeps struggling. In fact, I believe that as of today, it's at 1850 plus, okay, 1854 or something like that. And so, all right, guys, I believe that this is going to continue to go for the next couple of months. At least you have that little bit of information. Hopefully it was helpful to you guys. I will keep updating you guys regarding this or any other things. If you do like this video, give me a thumbs up. I really appreciate it. I'm on vacation with my beautiful family. I'm going to show you guys that video, and then we'll continue to talk about, oh, and by the way, I really appreciate feedback. A subscriber, I don't know if it's a subscriber or somebody that just complained. In the last video I said basically and essentially a lot. And I try to correct all these things as I do my videos. So feedback is appreciated. I don't get mad. I really try to improve it. So I know I said it a couple times today, but either way, I'll try to correct it. And then I also got feedback that you guys like these videos because it gives you the information but you also want to see the other videos that I do about the construction, New Mexico, and buying land and stuff like that. So I'll continue to do those. And again, if you guys like this video, give me a thumbs up. It's super, super, super important. It's the best that you guys can do for us. And then leave me a comment down below to see if that helped you guys. This is only a portion. As the 16 reforms come out, I'll try to give you guys the more important ones, or once it's actually established, I'll try to give you that information. Okay, so till next time, guys, God bless you, and thanks a lot.